Hello once again guys, and welcome back to another track on board. This time we are at the Carmona Race Track. We will also compare my lines between a damp and a dry lap. Now Carmona is all about going from white line to white line, as you can see here in turn 1. Turn 2 is not much different as you try to go as wide as possible on exit without hitting the grass. The next corner is called double apex because you can hit the apex twice, which actually is the correct line. Now as soon as the car is straightened, brake hard as you enter the hairpin. Now wide on exit again as you go onto the big loop, as the next corner is called. Try to go as wide as possible. You can hit the rumble strips if you want, I personally don't. And another long straight here as we brake right when the paint starts onto Heavenly, which is actually one of the corners that took the longest for me to perfect. Now here, I call this corner personally the neck breaker because it's actually pretty hard on the G-force, and also the last two corners here are pretty hard to perfect as you have to keep the momentum up. Now that's it for now. Let's see what happens on the wet lap. Now on to the wet lap. I'm following my teammate Burn here as we go on the straight, and the lines here are pretty much the same as the dry line because the track is only a bit damp. But as you can see, I still get a bit of spray out of turn 1. And the premise here really is to try not to lock up. So, trying not to lock up in turn 2, turn 3, basically all the heavy braking points, the hairpin, that's basically what you need to do in the wet. So, try not to oversteer here on the exit of double A. Brake as hard as you can as the kart straightens up onto the hairpin. And onto big loop once again. Big loop, not much changes, more, smooth, careful driving. Same line, go wide on exit, and try not to go on the paint because that's super slippery, especially in the wet. And same commitment in Heavenly, try to keep the throttle on as smooth as possible, and you can actually attack the last few corners pretty well because the grip on the damp surface is actually really good because you have the wet tires. So since the kart is so light, it kind of handles more or less the same. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the wet lap. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. See you on the next video. Goodbye.